Prove it. Like, what's the metric? Give me the number. Do you love your wife? Yes. Prove it. Like, what's the metric? Give me the number that helps me know, right? Because when you met her, you didn't love her. Now you love her, right? Tell me the day the love happened. It's an impossible question. But it's not that it doesn't exist. It's that it's much easier to prove over time, right? Well, leadership is the same thing. It's about transitions. So if you were to go to the gym, it's like exercise, right? If you go to the gym and you work out and you come back and you look in the mirror, you will see nothing. And if you go to the gym the next day and you come back and you look in the mirror, you will see nothing, right? So clearly there's no results, can't be measured. It must not be effective. So we quit, right? Or if you fundamentally believe that this is the right course of action, you stick with it. Like in a relationship, I bought her flowers and I wished her happy birthday, and she doesn't love me. Clearly, I'll give up. That's not what happens. If you believe there's something there, you commit yourself to an act of service. You commit yourself to the regime, the exercise. You can screw it up. You can eat chocolate cake one day. You can skip a day or two. You know, it allows for that. But if you stick with it consistently, I'm not exactly sure what day, but I know you'll start getting into shape. I know it. And the same with the relationship. It's not about the events. It's not about intensity. It's about consistency, right? You go to the dentist twice a year, your teeth will fall out. You have to brush your teeth every day for 2 minutes. What does brushing your teeth twice a day for 2 minutes do? Nothing. Unless you do it every day, twice a day for 2 minutes, right? It's the consistency. Going to the gym for 9 hours does not get you into shape. Working out every day for 20 minutes gets you into shape. So the problem is we treat leadership with intensity. We have a 2-day offsite. We invite a bunch of speakers. We give everybody a certificate. You're a leader, right? Those things are like going to the dentist. They're very important. They're good for reminding us or getting us back on track, learning new lessons. But it's the daily practice of all the monotonous, little boring things like brushing your teeth that matter the most. She didn't fall in love with you because you remembered her birthday and bought her flowers on Valentine's Day. She fell in love with you because when you woke up in the morning, you said good morning to her before you checked your phone. She fell in love with you because when you went to the fridge to get yourself a drink, you got her one without even asking. She fell in love with you because when you had an amazing day at work and she came home and she had a terrible day at work, you didn't say, yeah, but let me tell you about my day. You sat and listened to her awful day and you didn't say a thing about your amazing day. This is why she fell in love with you. I can't tell you exactly what day, and it was no particular thing you did. It was the accumulation of all of those little things that she woke up one day and this, as if she pressed a button, she goes, I love him, right? Leadership is exactly the same. There's no event. There's no thing I can tell you you have to do that your people will trust you. It just doesn't work that way. It's an accumulation of lots and lots of little things that anyone by themselves is innocuous and useless. Literally pointless by themselves. People will look at little things that are good leadership practices and say, that won't work. And you're absolutely right. But if you do it consistently and you do it in combination with lots of other little things, like saying good morning to someone, that looking them in the eye. My friend George, who's a 3-star general in the Marine Corps, he says his test for leadership, and I love this, he goes, his test for a good leader is if you ask somebody how their day is going, you actually care about the answer. The number of times we're walking to a meeting, we're rushing, we go, how are you? Not good. I got to get to you later. I'm late for a meeting. If you ask the question, you were standing there and you were listening to the answer. It's those little innocuous things that you do over and over and over and over that people will say, I love my job. Not I like my job. I like my job means, yeah, the challenge is great. They pay me well. I like the people. I love my job means I don't want to work anywhere else. I don't care how much somebody else is willing to pay me. I'm devoted to the people here, and I care desperately about the people here as if they were my family. In business, we have colleagues and coworkers. In the military, they have brothers and sisters. That's how they think of each other. If you really have a strong corporate culture, the people will think of each other like brothers and sisters. It's like a family, right? No, brothers and sisters. Deep love. Fight, but the love doesn't go away. Bicker, the love doesn't go away. And I'll fight with my sister, but if you threaten my sister, you're going to have to deal with me, right? We'll fight internally, we'll bicker with each other, but nobody's going to hurt each other. And if anything from the outside shows up, you're looking at a unified front, brothers and sisters. Now, how do you create brothers and sisters out of strangers? Common beliefs, common values, parents, in other words, executives who care about their children's success, who care to raise their children, teach them skills, discipline them when necessary, help them build their self-confidence so that they can go on and achieve something more than you could have ever imagined achieving for yourself. That's leadership.
Are you a professional looking to immigrate legally to the United States? Today, we're going to talk about one of the
All right, you guys type consistency in the chat. Happy New Month, each and every one of you. Don't mind my eyes. I haven't really slept well after that session yesterday. Happy New Month. I am big. That's what Happy New Month. I'm big. Welcome to the month of May. Just a moment. I'm looking at the comments. Nobody's telling me Happy New Month. Happy New Month. All right. Welcome to this amazing month of May. We had a beautiful session yesterday, which ushered us into a new month of direction. And I really don't know what you got from that call, but my biggest advice on this call, today's mindset, I don't really think I should do much on mindset because there's a whole lot to really ruminate on from yesterday's call. So if you're on this call, if you are on this call right now, one of the responsibility or the first task I'm going to give you is give me a note, all right, of your experience of yesterday's call, which means every one of you go watch that call again. It's a responsibility and an instruction, and really do the call two ways. I'm listening for myself, but I'm listening to be accountable. I want to be able to set a precedent, all right, for me to follow, and I need an accountability partner, which is myself. Okay, so you're going to watch the call and you give me feedback, send it. All right. I need each and every one of you writing me a feedback on that call. So it's a responsibility for you to get on that call after the session. And by the end of today, okay, you give me a feedback, a detailed feedback, follow through, all right, of that call. Does that make sense? Put 5 on the chat. Okay, so that's the first task of May, because that call ushered us into the month of May. And the month of May is the month where you're going to receive your best direction to your new path of success. Okay, so I want to be in it with you guys very, very seriously. Watching what you just watch right now, one of the most unique things I want you guys to understand today is what makes us different. What is the kind of environment that we have today? Just a moment. I did a lot of meditation because I had to meditate on the words, what went through me yesterday. And I have to focus on the environment that God has given to us and what makes it unique. Because the more you know the environment, the more you know the soil, the more you're going to understand how to treat the fruit. Okay. So You see what happened? It's easy to create courses. It's easy. One of the easy things in this environment, I wasn't the one that chose this for me. But if I'd been given the opportunity to choose, I wouldn't have been able to choose, all right, mentorship. I wouldn't have been able to choose guidance, okay? It's one thing to train, is another thing to mentor. It's easy to sell training. It's easy to sell trading, okay? But to mentor in trading is quite a different thing, because while we're passing out life, we are at our highest level of what? Vulnerability. I trade with you. I don't just train you how to trade. I trade with you. I'm on the journey with you. Okay. It's easy. You see, most mentors or most trainers in this environment find it easy to sell courses that you just buy, go through on your own. They don't sell the discipline. They don't sell the process. They only sell the picture. And they tell you how to get the picture. You can't become the picture without the process. That's why a lot of people find it difficult to really get results. What you guys have today is an opportunity to stay consistent in an environment, seeing what it is done through the process every day, being involved in it. So you're hitting the gym every day. It's not about what you did on a particular day that matters. You're just doing something every day. So come on, at least 1 hour a day, you get exposed to success. 1 hour a day, all right? Every day for the next 2-3 years. There's nothing in this world that can stop you from being successful, as long as you make one decision. I'm not in the theater. It's not a season movie. I'm not here to watch. I am here to participate. I am here to become. Every other part is settled. Are you seeing the mentor in front of you? Are you hearing the mentor in front of you? Are you in the process of activity in front of you? Is he exposed to you? Everything that requires faith, which is seeing and hearing, has been concluded. All that you need to do is become. Every day, strive to do that part of you that is required of the mentor. Do that part of you that sells to your environment. Do that part of you that gives you purpose. Just keep doing it. Maybe difficult today, but just keep doing it. Keep showing up. The more you experience, understanding is going to come in. Forget the results. You know, one of the entanglements that lots of people have gotten, you know, is seeking results outside of maturity. Okay. Your result shows up when you are matured, which means I don't have to seek result. Let me seek maturity. I'm going to get the result. If that's your mindset, you know, one of my biggest mantra in May, that's going to be in May, is, you know, I was meditating on it this morning. I'm going to write it down. I'm probably going to do a video on it. You have to understand that the process will produce your person. The process will produce your person. You know, a lot of people are seeking results outside of the process. But it's the process that really produces the right result that people want to see. Don't seek the results. It's a product of the environment. It will show up. Don't time it under distress. You know, a lot of people set a timeline based on distress. Don't set a timeline based on distress. Don't set a timeline based on your need. Set a timeline based on the need. There's the need for success, and there's a timeline a man matures into success. The industry has a timeline for experience. Follow the timeline, then break a proportion and say, I want to do these beat by beat. Okay, some of you need 6 months, some of you need probably a year, based on your personality. Some of you do 2 years. Okay, it doesn't really matter if it takes me 2 or 5 years. Does it really matter if I become a millionaire at the end of 5 years? What matters is, it's not the time. The time is for me to do it. But if it doesn't do it, I know it will happen. So I have to make it happen. So the time is to push me. The time is to set me under, compulsion. But the time is not for me to see it happen. It's like I must see it happen. No, the time is to drill you. Don't allow the time be your limitation. I've set goals that I didn't achieve in time. Okay. I said, May, we're going to help 500 families. Right. That was my goal, but I didn't achieve it. I'm not achieving it at the moment. Okay. The feasibility of it happening, it has to be drastically miraculous. Okay. For 500 people. But I set a goal that I'm going to help families. The goal is to help families. I put a number to it and I put a time frame. The most important thing out of that goal is that I'm helping families get what? Success. Even if it's 1 out of 500, I was successful based on the goal. But based on the timeline I set for myself, I have a setback. So what am I doing? I'm multiplying on the possibility and I'm increasing. I've stepped into my next goal. So I didn't see it as a limitation. And don't allow other people tell you you're limited. Because what you see today is what will show up tomorrow. The future, I need you guys to take this from me. The future must first be a present. Admire your present because it is the future. I don't speak what I see because what I would see, I am speaking today. I repeat that. What I would see, I am speaking today. What I would see, I am speaking today. The future is first a present. What present are you gifting yourself today? Are you gifting yourself what is happening or what has happened? Because delivery is going to bring it with the future. Did you guys hear what I said? This is life. Don't be among the bunch of people that is speaking your feelings of what has happened or what is happening. Because why? You're setting a delivery course for the future. The future must first be a present. So what are you gifting yourself today? The future is the moment after you speak and write. It's a present. It first has to be a present. What you spoke today, what you're feeling today, and you're speaking and you're writing, that is the future. It's the present you're gifting yourself. So if you're blowing accounts, don't gift yourself that present. Don't see your limitation. Don't feel it. Don't speak it. Because that's what you're going to see tomorrow as a gift you gifted yourself today. Does that make sense? So I got that. All right, that's the word for me. Gift yourself what you want to see tomorrow, what you want to receive tomorrow. I'm so happy and grateful now that we have helped over 1,000 individuals through Pewatnation to become financially successful buoyantly, prolifically. Every time you are in the trading, I got that. Every time I'm doing the training, I got that. That's my gift. I'm gifting myself every day. I'm prolific. I'm prolific in giving, and I'm prolific. I'm a success. I'm always telling myself, the market hits stop loss, I am a success. I am winning. I'm making 7-figure withdrawals, 7-figure withdrawals. I am an excellent trader. The market is hitting stop loss 2, stop loss 3. I'm telling myself that because why? It's going to show up. It's a gift. I must receive it because I am in the environment. God bless each and every one of you. So don't forget, all right, the part of this session, the instruction I've given you is stay on the video yesterday and stay accountable to me by the end of the day. Does that make sense? I believe that's done. Put down in the chat if you know that you're going to do that. All right. You know you're going to do that, put down. See, don't be found wanting. In this environment, don't be found wanting. Just because you're not seen, don't be found not participating. Because at the end of the day, that's my only mentorship to you. That is why I chose this environment. That's why I chose to be here to stay accountable so that we can go through the process every day. If not, I would have just sold the courses. But I didn't. All right. So understand the environment. Let's see what the market looks like on Monday. All right. Okay, I'm going to stop this part of the recording.